What's up, guys? So I'm going to show you how to log in with Facebook OAuth from Next.js. Now I'm going to be starting from my Next.js template, basically Hello World application that I've been using. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to use it too. On the front page there's an error, don't worry about that. We've been messing with the backend a lot and messing things up, and we don't need it. But I'm not really doing anything GraphQL related. I just wanted to go based off this template, because I might want to do more things with this later, but you could follow along with a fresh Next.js install and be a-okay. We're going to be, doesn't matter what you have set up on this server, or if you have a separate server, or not server, I shouldn't be saying Next.js server, Next.js application. But anyway, let's get right into this. So I'm assuming you have a server set up, follow along using OAuth. If not, I'll link the video to get this set up, or the source code. You can just grab both and start running on this. So what I want to do is I want to create a /login page here that I can go to, and I can click on a link and maybe it'll log in with Facebook. So let's do that. So under pages, I'm going to create a new one called login.js. Now you're going to want to use a pretty button and stuff. We're just going to copy. Actually, we don't even need this. You're going to want to put a pretty button and stuff using Facebook's logo. But for now, we're just going to use a plain and simple link for us. That'll work just fine. So login with Facebook. We're just going to use this guy. And the href is going to be your URL here for how you log in. So I have mine, got my ngrok instance still running here. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the video before I get this set up. And we're going to go to /flogin. And now that's all we really need to set up for now for this page. What we can do here is also create another page to like receive the auth. So here I'm going to call this page maybe homepage, home.js. And on the home page, we're going to export default. And I'm just going to say, hey, homepage. Homepage. So now we're going to need to do one thing with our server code. When we create a user here, we just said auth was good, right? Now we want to actually redirect. And we want to redirect them to our localhost site, and it's going to be home. So what's going to happen, we're going to click on that link, we're going to bounce over to our server, we're going to authenticate with Facebook, and then they're going to redirect us back to our home page. So let's see this in action. So we got the login page here. I'm going to click that link in a second. It's good to note, after you've already accepted the terms with Facebook, you don't have to do that. So like this is going to be instant. Like see how we just instantly popped back here? Not sure why I have this underscore equal underscore thingy. But you know, so we successfully authenticated with Facebook and it redirected me back here, but I don't know who the user is and stuff. So what I really want to do is like pass in a token here, a JWT token with the user actually. So put that here, and we can just see if that pops here. Alright, so we see our token here, that's good. And we need to actually create a real token. I was just wanted to test if this query was working. And now on our home page, what we're going to do is we're going to actually create a React class. Import. We want to import React from React for this, because we're going to say home extends react.component. And there's a function called get initial props. This is static, and then render. Okay, so if you're familiar with React, this class, it looks pretty normal. The only different one is get initial props. This is a Next.js thing, and we're gonna console log this. I believe it tells us what the default export is not. Export default here. I believe it just tells us what the query parameter is here, because what we want to do is we want to grab it here and store it in local storage. Must have a return undefined export default class. This looks all good. Maybe it doesn't like this. Maybe it's something else. All right, cool. Is it that was causing there? Get initial props should resolve to an object. Oh, I'm guessing I have to return props here, and I wasn't before. Get initial props should resolve, but found undefined instead. Okay, let's just go to Next.js real quick. Next.js, get initial props. That way we can actually do this correctly. Get initial. Oh, it's static async? Is that the only thing I was doing wrong, or was I didn't have async? Get initial props. Get initial props. Converting circular structure to JSON. Not sure what that even means. I'm guessing it doesn't like that I was returning. Okay, cool. So now if we go into console, will it print that guy out? Okay, it's not even printing props. Console.log props. I'm wondering if it's just executed on the server, and I think it is, because we don't even see props here. So this is probably executed on the server. What we're going to do is we're going to say state token is going to be a string. I guess we can do component will mount. No, we should be component did mount, because this is called on the client side. So state is equal to this. We're going to say this dot state. Oh, sorry. This dot set state. I don't even know if we can set state and get initial props actually. So this dot set state, and we're going to say token here, and we're going to say const query equal props, and we're going to say query dot token. We'll return this here, and then component did mount, we're going to console.log this.state.token. I actually need to research how the heck Next.js handles this. I'm taking a guess that it works something like this. This.setState is not a function, doesn't like it, so it looks like to set the props here, maybe I have to do query.token here. Which is fine with me actually. Didn't notice attempting to unmount was rendered by another copy. Oh, sorry, we shouldn't be doing set state. And actually, we don't need to put the token in the state. All we actually need to do is store it in local storage. So actually, we need component did mount to do that. So cannot read property of null. So maybe, so I'm guessing query is null. Okay, don't know how to do this, don't know what's going on here. Okay, so assuming this would work, we want to get this token here, store it in local storage. So local storage dot set item token, and then query dot token. That's what I like to do. I know this is not going to work. This is not getting the props here. It should be, but it's not. So I'm going to research, figure out how that works, and for now, let's actually pass the props in correctly. So that's going to be from, we're creating the user here. We get an access token and refresh token, but that's from Facebook. We don't actually care about those. I think we want to, I don't know if we're getting the user. I think this is probably setting the user here. So I'm going to test something here. So hello is going to be equal to hi. And what I'm thinking is in the request.response, request.user, I'm guessing, console.log. I'm guessing this is going to be whatever we do from this callback. So this callback hello hi thing, I'm guessing is going to be what this user is. And if it is, we can actually use this to sign the token. So let's confirm if it is or isn't. So to do that, I'm going to clear the logs here. And we're going to log back in. So click that. Internal error. Oh, that's fine. That's from this. So I'm gonna comment this stuff out so we don't just get errors. I want to see. Oh, this would have come to the. Okay, cool. So this has what we want. So here to pass back the user, we're gonna say const user. So whether or not we're either gonna find the Facebook user here, or we're gonna create the user here. So const.user. FB user, and then we can say Facebook users.push FB user, and then here we can say FB users. So we're going to get the first for Facebook user, right? That's going to be our user. I'm just trying to think of, I guess we're going to call this user. No, it's an object. We can just pass this back. That's fine. And then, so we're going to pass back our Facebook user. We're going to get our user here. So normally to create a token, we go into my resolvers. By the way, resolvers is not working right now because we did some changes. We're going to have to fix this later. And actually, this should be an auth. So we create tokens, right? When we log in, we try to log in, then we create tokens. We're going to copy this because we're going to create tokens right here. And we're going to pass in our user right here. User being rect.user. And then we can pass back our tokens. So we need to make this an async function. Create tokens is create tokens. We need to import from auth. All right, so we're grabbing these. And then the token here. We're going to substitute in our tokens. Refresh token. And this should be an and. And then here we pass in our token, and here we pass in our token. But this is going to be our refresh token. All right, so just to recap what we did here is we're calling back our user that we're getting from Facebook that we're finding in our database. We're passing it here. Then we're going to save that user in create a token. We're not saving the user. We're creating a token, a refresh token for that user. Then we're going to pass it back to our client. And they would store it in their local storage. But I don't actually know how to store things in local storage in this framework, so I'm going to have to look that up. But if I log in here, assuming we didn't do anything on the server wrong, which churning. Okay, so when we get a network call that just like hangs like this, what you can do is you can come over here and see what's loading 17 seconds on webpack_next. So something, for whatever reason, it's hanging on getting this. So this looks okay. Our server looks fine. We're going to restart. Okay. So now click on this. Should go to Ngrok. I think we're coming back from Ngrok. I'm trying to see where we're getting stuck. Look at this network tab where we're just like getting stuck here. We're going to, so you can see the network calls. When we click on this link, it should take us. So notice, look right here. It has ngrok/flogin. We go to flogin. We go to Facebook after that, which is good. Then we get our callback. And then on-demand entries, blah, blah, blah. Oh, did we not call maybe, oh wait, no we did. I don't know why res dot, I'm not sure if it's a redirect here that's not working, or if it's, we did something wrong with Next.js. So I'm going to do res.redirect, HP, localhost 8080 /home. So we're not going to use any of those fancy. Tunnel just broke. Oh, is our server down? Maybe it's not Next.js. So this will tell us whether it's Next.js causing the problem or if it's our server. So now go into localhost 3000 /login. Sorry, it's on port 8080 /login. Click on my link here. And we are just spinning, trying to connect. Cannot read property token of null. Oh, maybe this is doing something wrong too. Alright, try this again. Click on this. Alright, we're redirected to the home page. That looks nice and dandy. So I think it didn't like us passing in the token here. So I'm going to just console log, see if it's, I'm curious if it's hanging when we create tokens or what. So I'm going to say, hey, and we're just going to see if hey goes into the console. And just for kicks, we're going to do this for the user as well, but we're going to do it up here so we can see what the user. And we're going to try redirecting again to localhost 8080 /home, passing in our tokens. All right, that looks good. So go back to the login page, click login, and now if I come over here to the console, we can see what's happening. So this is a user right here, and we're getting an unhandled promise rejection. So we have an ID, a Facebook ID, and a user ID. And it still hangs. So I think create tokens here is actually causing a world of problem for some reason. So if I go into auth, we can see what create tokens is doing wrong. And it looks like it's just, yeah, we're just signing to. So what I'm going to do here is going to say about to create first token. I mean, one thing I could see that we're not doing is you can notice how we're just putting in the ID here. I'm going to get rid of the is admin part here. Maybe that's throwing it off because we do not have an admin. I wonder if underscore pick is causing a problem. If Lodash is lagging because we're passing a whole SQLized object. All right. Oops. So coming back here, let's go to 8080 /login and see this guy. So log in with Facebook. And we're hanging, which is what we expect. So we come back over here. And so there's this, I should have mentioned this, unhandled promise rejection. Oh, create tokens is not a function. Oh, that's just straight up what the problem is. Sorry guys. I should have just read that more closely. I kind of like scanned over it and thought it was something else. So create tokens is not a thing. Create tokens. And that's because we need to actually export it. Silly mistake. Now, if we go to localhost 8080/login, and I click on this. Okay, cool. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Sorry it took so long to get here. But notice in the URL, we have token here. And then over here, we have refresh token. So normally what I would do is I would store token and refresh token in local storage. And then I can just use that when I call the server. I can pass those in and use those to authenticate. That's all I wanted to show in this video, guys. Sorry it took so long to get here. I'll make a new video on I'll actually look up how to do local storage and show you guys how that works so I can complete this. Let's get rid of, we don't need these console logs. But this shows you how you can do full circle. We're sending the tokens to the client so the client can now handle those and do their calls. We're authenticated. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.